Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to kick episode 15 into high gear. We're going head-to-head with Blacklist number 2, Bull and his ridiculously overpriced Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren. But before we teach him a lesson in humility, I took my favorite ride, the Lotus Elise, to the garage and gave her every upgrade she deserves. Sleek, savage, and screaming for action, this beast is ready to dance. Let's show Bull that raw speed and perfect handling will always beat overpriced luxury. Let the domination begin. Alright, first up, a speed trap race. And Bull better be paying attention, because the only thing more brutal than my lap times is the reality check he's about to receive. Now, as we inch closer to the top of the Blacklist, the traffic in Rockport is getting heavier than Bull's ego. Yep, the game's difficulty curve isn't just about faster racers, it's about more chaos on the road. Civilian cars are now showing up like they're part of some NPC rebellion, turning every corner into a potential disaster. Let's talk strategy. Speed trap races aren't just about who's fastest. They're about who can time their throttle bursts, drift smart through corners, and survive through intersections that look like they were planned by a toddler with a Hot Wheels set. And this is where the Lotus Elise shines. It's light, nimble, and accelerates like it's late for a date with destiny. Bull may have horsepower, but I've got the precision of a laser-guided missile. Also, fun fact, while Bull is clinging to his SLR McLaren, a car that costs more than most houses, the Elise was engineered with a simpler is better philosophy. It's not about luxury, it's about raw, connected driving. And that's exactly what I'm bringing to this race. Raw fury, pinpoint accuracy, and enough speed to make traffic vanish in my rearview mirror. Buckle up, it's about to get wild. Here we go, second race of the episode, and it's a full-blown sprint. And guess who showed up to challenge me? A Subaru, an Audi, and a Mitsubishi Eclipse. I swear, this lobby looks like the discount section at a used car lot. Let's break down the competition, shall we? First up, Mr. Subaru. Probably thinks he's in a rally race, not a street sprint. Look, Subarus are great for driving through forests and dodging moose. But on the streets of Rockport, that all-wheel drive isn't saving you from getting smoked at every corner. Go back to the mountains, buddy. This is a horsepower party, not a hike. Next, we've got the Audi driver, probably feeling a little too confident with their German badge and quattro traction. But here's the thing, Audi's good at making tech-heavy cars that look slick, but they handle like a phone with too many apps running. Overheating, laggy, and just waiting to crash. This isn't a luxury cruise down Autobahn, it's a street war. And then there's the Mitsubishi Eclipse. Ah yes, the fast and furious wannabe. The only thing eclipsing your chances of winning is your outdated tuner car. That thing was cool back in 2003 when people still thought neon underglow made you fast. Spoiler alert, it doesn't. Meanwhile, I'm out here with the Lotus Elise, a car designed to shame people like this in the corners. Lightweight, sharp handling, and no fluff. Just performance and pain. And by the time these three finish arguing about whose car is more underrated, I'll be sipping a Gatorade at the finish line. Oh, and joke of the day. What do you call a Subaru, Audi, and Mitsubishi in a race against a Lotus Elise? Free content for my YouTube channel.
Control Division, be advised. Officers are in a high-speed pursuit with a Code 6 driver. Further details provided on your screens. This call is handled Channel 1. Just past me!
Alright, it's toll booth time again, where speed meets strategy and the clock becomes your worst enemy. And look at the route they've given me. It's like the city planner said, hey, let's throw in every sharp turn, blind corner, and traffic-packed lane into one high-stakes challenge. Thanks, Rockport. Real thoughtful. Let's talk toll booths. In the world of Need for Speed, Most Wanted, these races are the ultimate test of your pacing. You're not just racing the road, you're racing time itself. Every split second counts. Miss an apex. That's 3 seconds gone. Brake too late. Hello, wall. You have to thread the needle like a caffeinated surgeon with ADHD. And here's the spicy part. Game traffic is now on steroids. You can tell the city knows I'm climbing the blacklist because suddenly every delivery truck, taxi, and grandma in a Buick has decided to be on my racing line. It's like they all got a text from JV and Bull, slow him down at all costs. Now let's talk about this car. My trusty Lotus Elise. Weighs less than your average teenager's ego and corners like it's on rails. It doesn't need brute force, it needs finesse. And in a toll booth race, finesse is king. I can dart between cars, hit those time gates like clockwork, and leave rubber marks in places GPS hasn't discovered yet. Fun fact, toll booth races were actually inspired by real-life time trials from endurance racing. Except in real life, nobody has to dodge a 16-wheeler while going 170 miles per hour. In Rockport, that's just your Monday morning commute. And you know what I love most? The dramatic music they throw in once you're running short on time. It's like the game's trying to trigger your fight or flight while you're already fighting for your life. It's not a race anymore, it's a thriller film starring me. Punchline time. Alright, what do toll booth races and dating apps have in common? If you're too slow, you miss the checkpoint and end up alone, crying in a parking lot. Good thing my Elise swipes right on speed. Alright, buckle up, people. It's another speed trap race, where it's not just about winning. It's about flexing your horsepower through every radar gun like you're breaking the sound barrier on 4 wheels. Forget taking corners nice and tidy. Here, it's all about how fast you can blast through those cameras like a street-legal missile. Now, let's nerd out for a second. Need for Speed, Most Wanted, 2005, is built on EA's EAGL engine, the same tech that powered earlier hits like NFS, Underground 2. And while it may not be as flashy as today's ray tracing graphics engines, this baby knew how to deliver that perfect blend of arcade speed and gritty street racing chaos. And here's a juicy tidbit. Most Wanted was developed by EA Canada and EA Black Box, a studio known for giving us some of the best NFS titles of all time. You can thank them for bringing cinematic cop chases, Blacklist drama, and speed trap chaos all into one glorious high-octane experience. EA Black Box even had their dev team test sound recordings on real roads with real cars to make the engine roars authentic. No AI simulations here, just actual burnout-induced headaches. In fact, EA Black Box had such a passion for tuning culture that they hired consultants from the underground racing scene to make the physics and vibes feel legit. And man, it shows. Every downshift, every speed burst through a trap feels like you're challenging the very laws of physics and the police codebook at the same time. But let's not ignore the in-game escalation here. Traffic density's going up, heat levels are higher, and even these AI racers are getting spicy with their shortcuts. It's like the game itself doesn't want me to win anymore. But you know what? That's cute. Because when I roll up in my Lotus Elise and slingshot past 180 through that first trap, even the game engine takes a screenshot. Speed trap races are basically the game's way of saying, we know you're fast, but how consistently fast are you? If sprint races are drag fights, Speed traps are IQ tests for your gas pedal. Strategy meets raw power. My favorite combo. And hey, just a heads up to the cops watching me on the radar. If your radar gun's smoking after I pass, that's not a bug. That's just the Elise saying hi. Time to punch in for another toll booth run. Need for Speed's twisted way of saying, let's play high-speed time attack, but with maximum traffic, blind corners, and just enough chaos to make your pulse skip. These toll booth races are pure pressure cookers, where every second matters and every mistake haunts you for the next 5 checkpoints. One late break. Boom. Restart. One wrong turn. Boom. Keyboard smash incoming. But here's a cool detail. Did you know the toll booth races in Most Wanted are designed not just as time trials, but to simulate underground courier runs? That's right. They were inspired by real-life underground racers and delivery drivers who had to make drop-offs across cities before GPS and Waze made it easy. EA Black Box wanted to capture that raw, beat-the-clock thrill and shove it straight into the campaign. Mission accomplished. Also, Most Wanted was one of the last NFS games before EA began shifting the franchise toward more open-world sandbox racing styles. This game sits in that sweet spot, structured enough to be focused, but wild enough to let you jump a car over a truck and land like a boss. And the traffic in this game, yeah, it's evolving. Like Pokemon with wheels. You'd think by now the civilians would learn to stay out of the racing line, but nope, there's always one family sedan in the wrong place at the wrong time, just waiting to ruin your day. But hey, I'm not worried. I've got the reflexes of a caffeinated mongoose, the Lotus Elise under my control, and the toll booths trembling as I approach. Because when I blow past the checkpoint, it's not just a time split, it's a mic drop. Now if you'll excuse me, I've got a city to blaze through. And to the poor soul stuck behind me in a minivan, sorry not sorry. Another toll booth race? Oh yeah, we're back in the hot seat, burning rubber, slicing seconds, and making every checkpoint our personal punching bag. These races aren't just about going fast, they're about surgical precision at warp speed. Think of it like speedrunning real life. If real life had spike strips, cops with a vendetta, and traffic drivers with the reaction time of a potato. And since we're deep in the game now, you might have noticed the toll booth timers are getting tighter. That's not just your imagination. Need for Speed Most Wanted is built with a dynamic race difficulty curve, especially in time-based events. The further you climb the Blacklist, the less room for error you get. One mistimed drift. Restart. One misread corner. Hope you enjoy retrying from the beginning while your car judges you silently. But let's appreciate the vibes here. This game came out in 2005 and still manages to outpace a lot of modern racers in terms of sheer adrenaline. EA Black Box really tapped into the street racing fantasy. Grungy city streets, roaring engines, and a cop force that acts like you're a Bond villain just for speeding. Iconic. Oh, and shout out to the pedestrians in this game. You never see them, but you know they're around. Maybe hiding in fear from the Lotus Elise flying down the road like a bat out of hell. Or maybe they're just smart enough to stay off the sidewalks because they saw what happened to the last guy. This race, it's mine. These toll booths, just fancy photo ops for my glory. And if the cops try to get in the way, I hope they brought lunch, cause I'm serving up humiliation with a side of burnout. Now buckle up, check the mirror, and kiss the clock goodbye, because I'm driving like I'm late to my own funeral.
Dispatch still waiting on a vehicle check, but I'm gonna pull it over. Suspect's driving a red Lotus. Speeds in excess of 160.
All units be advised, CD has raised the chase to condition 5.
I'm on him. Let's get everybody over here.
Advise on your situation.
Details as stated. Trying to stay with them. 1025, my unit's done. VCB, stand by. Closing in on last known direct. Dispatch, code 6, party located. Reinitiating pursuit. Entering the boat dock here into the boat dock. We got him here, we got him.
Lap knockout time, baby. 1 lap. 1 elimination. No room for mistakes. This isn't just racing. This is a battle royale on wheels. And by the end of each lap, one poor soul gets yeeted into irrelevance. It's like musical chairs, but with NOS fumes and crushed egos. And trust me, in this race, survival is sweeter than speed. Lap knockout was a fan favorite mode back in the day, and Need for Speed, Most Wanted handled it with brutal beauty. No catch-up mechanics here. If you fall behind, the game won't hold your hand. You get dropped harder than JV's reputation after I smoked him. And since we're knee-deep in the Blacklist ladder, the AI has officially entered their sweaty try-hard phase. They're driving like their pixels depend on it, pulling every trick in the book just to stay alive. But I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to eliminate. Fun fact, unlike circuit races, knockout mode ramps up the tension every single lap. You start calm, but then suddenly, that one guy in a Mitsubishi Eclipse is breathing down your neck, thinking he's got the moves. Spoiler alert, he doesn't. Asterisk asterisk. This is where the real mental game begins. Do I conserve my tires or slam every corner like it's my last? Do I play it clean or give that Subaru a friendly tap into the guardrail? Decisions, decisions. But one thing's for sure, when the dust settles, there'll be one car left in the spotlight, and it's gonna be mine. So say your goodbyes, backmarkers, because each lap I complete is another nail in your racing coffin. Let the knockout begin. Alright, round 2 of the lap knockout madness, and things are about to get uglier than a traffic jam in Rockport during rush hour. These racers still haven't learned their lesson from last time, especially that overconfident guy in the Audi who thinks Quattro can save him from elimination. Spoiler alert, traction means nothing when you're flying into a wall. Lap knockout isn't just a race, it's a public execution, and each lap, someone gets metaphorically decapitated. One mistake, you're gone. Brake a second too late. Deleted. Miss your apex. Back to the garage, champ. Let's talk game mechanics for a second. Unlike regular lap races, the AI in lap knockout mode tends to drive more aggressively, almost like they know the Grim Reaper's waiting at the finish line with a stopwatch and no chill. This ain't rubber banding, this is desperation on wheels. And because we're getting closer to the top of the Blacklist, these guys aren't here to play, they're here to survive. But unfortunately for them, they're up against the Lotus Elise, a car so light and nimble, it practically teleports through corners. The Elise doesn't race, it dances. Let's be real, this event is less need for speed and more need for mercy. But mercy is in short supply today. See you all at the finish line. Well, actually, just me. Everyone else will be spectating from the Losers Lounge.
advised. Incoming 911.
All right, folks, buckle up, because we're bringing out the big guns. It's time to roll with the Porsche Turbo S, the ultimate flex machine. This isn't just a car, it's a missile with a license plate. And today, we're not racing. We're going full demolition mode. Milestone objectives. Oh, you mean the shopping list of destruction? Let's break it down. 200,000 Indian rupees in cost to state, check. That means cop cars flying, road signs exploding, and traffic poles reduced to twigs. 9 minutes of high-speed hide-and-seek with the entire Rockport PD? No problem. And let's not forget, dodging 12 roadblocks and 8 spike strips. 8 spike strips. That's not a challenge, that's a war crime. Who's laying these down? The entire tire industry. But guess what? The Porsche Turbo S doesn't fear spikes. It drinks adrenaline and sweats rubber. And heat level. Oh, we're taking this baby from level 1 all the way to 5 like we're climbing the stairway to mayhem. Helicopters in the sky, SUVs ramming in like battering rams, and cops yelling, Code 6. Like it means something. Well, guess what, officers? The only code today is too fast, too furious, and too late to catch me. So while they scramble and barricade and lay down more nails than a hardware store clearance sale, I'll be gliding past them, Turbo S screaming in glory, and probably laughing through the windshield. Let's light up Rockport one spike strip at a time. Catch me if you can, boys. Or better yet, don't.
Delta 28. Please update us when you can.
No change here, driver. Refusing to stop. Still code 3. Dispatch 1033. Give me everything you got.
Copy that, Delta 28. Units have detailed and are en route.
All units good condition too. Sierra 19. 1023 with pursuit. Assuming control. Listen up. Form up on a 1065. Don't let him get around you. Suspect just ran into me. I've been hit. There he is. He just went by me. I got him. PCP stand by. I'm closing in on the last known direction. Got my visual. I'm back on him. Getting in front of him right now. Stand by. He took out my cover units.
They're still just a few minutes away.
Charlie 2-4 just has chase with some other units standing by. We'll be ready.
2-7, log me on 2. I'm just behind that unit. Attention all units, pursuit condition now 3. Repeat, condition 3. Attention all units, state patrol assuming command of the pursuit.
I gotta take this guy out. I'm pushing him over with 1059.
Copy that, Bravo 35. I'm clearing units right now.
Get up on the target. Let's go with the 1065. Dispatch 1025. I need a bus at my location. We're gonna force him off the road. All units, repeat, all units, increase pursuit to condition 4. Vehicle through the block. 10-10 on the call. I'm not gonna be able to get in there.
Code 6, still mobile, maintaining pursuit.
Bravo 29, please update your situation.
No change. Give the other districts a heads up.
Hey, see if you can hurry me to the center lane. Spikes are in place.
Vehicle through the block.
Yes, trying to forward. We've got a 1073 just ahead of your suspect. Bring him in.
Let him get by you. Vehicle is through the roadblock. Dispatch, I'm down. I've got smoke. Hit my DC, continuing pursuit. Let's get another roadblock set up, ASAP. Fall back, drive us onto us, we'll hit him with something else. He's running a block. I can't get past him. Oh, no good. Oh, my vehicle's shutting down on me here. Yeah, I'm dropping back. Yeah, I got him. Vehicle located.
Unit, stay left as you approach the roadblock. 1067 is on the right.
I can't stay with him. Vehicle pulling away.
Vehicle misses spikes. He's on the run. Still mobile.
Heads up. It's moving to the curb. MVA, vehicle still moving through the bus station.
heading up to the Code 3 chase. Suspect was last reported eastbound on Stadium Boulevard. Squad should be set up around the immediate area. Remaining units begin patrol within the zone.
Roger that. This is 2 Echo 12, just south of that area. Let's get some units close on the west side. This is 2 Echo 12, listen up. Get the quadrant over to the west. You better check your screens for info.
Alright, Bull. Blacklist number 2. The man, the myth, the driver of a Mercedes SLR who thinks he owns Rockport's highways. But guess what? I just rolled up in the Porsche Turbo S, and I didn't come here to play. I came to dominate. You've been sitting comfy up there on that Blacklist pedestal, but the elevator's broken, and I'm taking the stairs 2 at a time. You may have horsepower, but I've got precision, aggression, and a turbocharged ego that's way faster than your overpriced Benz. This isn't just a race. This is a statement. Every shift, every corner, every burnout is going to scream one thing: your time's up. Rockport belongs to me now. And when I'm done smoking your silver sled, I won't even need to look back. Because the only thing in my rear view will be your reputation, disappearing fast. Bull's down and I've got his precious pink slip. Another one bites the dust. If you enjoyed the takedown, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel for more high-octane action.